Hey everybody, this is Altenews Peony Bouquet that I'm using for the card that I'm making. I had forgotten that I had told someone that I would do a tutorial, so I needed to make another sympathy card, and these flowers are gorgeous. They could be used for anything, but they really do make amazing sympathy cards. So here I am, I'm stamping out the card, and I'm going to use the highlight that I did in the past. In one of my other videos, I showed the card, but I didn't show how to make it. And I'm not very good at tutorials, and this is my first voiceover. So if y'all will just bear with me, I promise I will get better. And so I'm putting back the stamp that I used. I make sure that I put back my stamps as I use them. If I don't, I lose them. Somehow, of course, nobody did it. Not in my family. Nobody did it. But nobody lost my 2-inch round circle punch. So, but there I was showing you my MFT black licorice ink. It's a hybrid. And again, I'm going to stamp it twice. It's a great ink if you work with alcohol markers or watercolors or things like that, because you can use it for both. There's my EK Success repositionable adhesive. Now that adhesive was great to put down a mask, but definitely not strong enough to hold a card together. So, and I got it at Michael's, and I can't remember if it was in the dollar bin or the $1.50 bin, so that might tell you how long I've had it. But it really does work great to put those masks down. It's not too sticky that it ruins my paper or anything, so it worked really well. And I'm using the STD that my husband made me for to put down my images. And I'll be done here in a couple minutes, and then we will move on to how I Copic colored this. This is going to be an A2 size card, and the panel that I'm doing here I ended up cutting down a little because I wasn't sure if I wanted for the front panel to cover the entire card base, or did I want a little border. So in the end I choose to cut it down, and you won't see that part because this is all new to me, and I'm trying to figure out how to work all of this. Plus I accidentally deleted my Windows Movie Maker, and so I'm having to use a new program called Filmora, I think, and I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. So, not that I knew what I was doing with Windows Movie Maker either, but I at least was starting, I was familiar with that program. And now I am really struggling here, guys. This is just not something I am good at. Sometimes I wonder if computers were invented just to hate me, because I struggle with them that bad. Now I am putting my stuff back here and getting ready to put the STD away, the stamp transfer device that my husband made for me. And now you're going to see where I start coloring the white of the peonies, and I use C5, 3, and 1 for that. And for this, all you have to do is color where your shadows would be. That's all you do for this part. Now, when I get ready to get toward the edge where my highlighted piece will come up, I will put it back together, because if I don't, the last time I did it, I didn't put my highlights in the right space. And I mean, I didn't have any trouble with it this time, but better safe than sorry, because I was really disappointed in myself for doing that. And I'm going to use Y11, 13, and 15, and we're going to make this peony a real pretty yellow. It was so much fun to do this. It was I could sit and color those flowers all day long. And I'm zooming you in a little more, hoping that you can see a little more of the image that I'm coloring. And I'll tell you something, guys. I was under the assumption that to color with Copics, you had to flick. That was what I was taught. You flick everything. It's got to be flick, 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 flick. And I'm finding out that that is not how everybody does it. And so, I want to encourage you to pick up your markers and color them in a way that you like what you do. I'm so tired of feeling like I have to do it a certain way because everybody else does. We don't need to do it. Do what makes you happy. If you like flicking, then by all means flick your little heart out. But if you don't, then don't worry about it. Now here I'm using my YGs. I'm going over with my 0 marker because I messed up a little bit, and that's my YG 03, 05, and 07. And I keep the end off of that one because it will leak. Here I am using my Sentiment from Kay Andrews and my VersaFine ink. She doesn't make her stamps anymore, so I can't put a link to it, guys. Here's the card. Thank you for visiting me today, guys, and happy crafting.